Hey man, I know why you clicked on this video. It's because you felt like you were 17 when you were 13. No wonder why everything is so boring. If you try and get into the depths of what I'm really trying to say, you'll understand that it's just that when you were 13 years old, you matured more than anybody else in your region, in your family, in your friend group, in your circle. You were the type of person that has seen, experienced, and felt different things at a very young age. That's why you feel like you're 17 years old and you're more experienced, you're more mature. Because what defines a person and what makes a person mature isn't only age, it's damage, it's experience, it's what you felt. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be as old as 75 years old and still have the heart of a 15-year-old. You could be 10 years old, but have the mind and the wisdom of a 50-year-old. These are just examples, obviously, because every case is not the same. Some people are matured in different ways. Some people aren't matured at all. And you can't judge anyone for that, obviously, because whatever's happened is a provision. Whatever's happened was meant to happen, right? The experiences you've experienced was meant to shape you to become the person you are today. So, why is everything literally so boring? Like, just talking about reality, it's kind of boring. Because you felt like you didn't want to go to those parties when you were 13 because you felt like you were 17, right? You didn't want to go to those parties. You didn't want to have pointless relationships. You didn't want to have pointless having fun. Fun, in your case, is working on yourself. Fun, in your case, is going to the gym. Fun, in your case, is becoming smarter. Fun has different meanings, different definitions for each person, right? Some people call having fun, letting loose, drinking, smoking, going to parties, clubs. But you're not that type of person. You've been exposed to the same people, you've been exposed to the same environment, yet you're not changed, you're not fazed, you're not moved by any of it. You're a person that isn't affected by their environment. Specifically, when I talk about me, I've been around those type of people. I've been around people that are not necessarily good, um, and people that are good. And I learned from the people that were good, and I didn't take in any bad habits from the people that are bad. So it's honestly your choice. Whatever you inhibit, sorry, not whatever you inhibit, whatever you adapt to, the habits that you acquire are not from specifically only your environment. It's how you cope. It's how you adapt. It's how you acquire. It's how you feel deep down inside. Because your morals and values and ethics are always going to be higher, are always going to be elevated if you believe that you cannot cross any of those boundaries. If you believe that those things are not even a thought in your mind, those things aren't even possible to you. You know, if those things aren't possible to you, then how do you expect yourself to ever do that specific thing? It's not possible in your mind, which is why I talk about being 17 when you are 13. Quite specific, isn't it? 17 is the age right before you turn 18, right before you're legal to doing almost anything besides drinking, obviously, because the drinking age limit here is 21. So you can almost do anything, and you're almost nearly becoming an adult. You almost have the responsibilities of an adult. You almost have the legality of an adult. You almost have to do taxes like an adult. You almost have to be independent like a real adult, like you're 18 years old. The age of 17 is an age to still be dependent upon your parents, to still be dependent, to still learn, to still grow. But then if you've hit that age when you were 13 years old, that means you've had so much time to get ahead. You've had so much time to put in that work. You've had so much time to be consistent. Because while other people were losing their dreams, while other people were losing touch with who they are, you decided that it was time to put in that work. Because when a person thinks about life and they think that they're behind, then they're going to be behind. People always talk about success coming at a later age. Like after you're 18, you have 7 years to get ready. 7 years to become successful. 7 years to really make it, right? 18 plus 7 is 25. 25 is the age that most people think you're going to be successful. You're going to have a family. You're going to have a house. You're going to achieve all those dreams, right? But 7 years may turn to 10 years. And 10 years may turn to 15 years. If you're lost, if you don't have the vision, the mission in mind, it's going to take longer. And everyone's journey is not the same. People are going to have different journeys, different amounts of time to make it to where they want to go. So if you started 4 years earlier, then guess what? You're 4 years closer to your dream. You're 4 years ahead of the people that were partying, of the people that were playing games with whatever they're doing in life. You are ahead. Pat yourself on the back, man. Pat yourself on the back. Because not everyone has the same mindset, the same vision that you do. And, with great power comes great responsibility. Because when you're young, you have the most distractions. You have the most pleasures that are right in front of your face. You've got everything right in front of you. So if you decide to negate all those things, if you decide to push it all away just to get closer to what you want in the future, then you gotta be proud of yourself, man. You got to be proud. Because not everyone is willing to sacrifice what it takes. Not everyone is willing to put everything away just to get what you want. Because every great thing has had a sacrifice. But not all great things take time. Sometimes great things couldn't take time. Sometimes great things happen in a short amount of time. Some quotes are not exactly as they seem. Practice and you'll be perfect. Practice, 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 and you'll be perfect. That's not necessarily true. You've heard the quote from somebody online and they said, practice, practice, practice. Practice makes improvement. Practice makes progress. Every single quote can be a little rerouted every time, redirected. Not every case is going to be the same. You can't be perfect. You can't, you can't wire every single quote to be the same. Because every single person has a different experience. Imagine trying to get the same result from a billion people. That's never going to happen. A billion people? A billion people means a billion different experiences. A billion people means a billion different results. Outcomes. Everyone's meant to be in a different path, a different journey. Because every input has an output. Every X has a Y. Unless it's an undefined function. Unless it's not a function. Unless it's not real. Something real has to have an input and an output. Which is why a person cannot be at two places at one time. It's not possible, as science proves it so far. You cannot be at two places at one time, right? You cannot think that you're going to be in two separate outcomes in the future. That's why people have a plan A and a plan B. It's not plan A and plan A. It's not plan A and plan AA. There's always different paths. Going back to that age thing, And going back to everything being so boring, you don't have to look at life like it's boring. Because just being alive is fun. Being alive is all the pleasure that you need. You get to move your fingers. You get to move your eyes, your head, your body. You're not paralyzed. Maybe you are. I'm sorry if I said that. But you get to live. You get to speak. You get to breathe. You get everything that God has given you. You have all the traits that you need. Don't dwell upon what you can't get. Don't dwell upon what's out of your control. Because life is only boring if you decide to make it boring. You have the ability to go out. You have the ability to find fun, even just in your room. Create something, make something, build something, speak. You've got everything in your body, in your mind. We're not bounded by anything besides the law, besides God's moral beliefs. But truthfully, you're a human. You can do literally everything you want. And sure, you'll get punished for some things, but you won't get punished for majority of your actions. So do what you want. Do what you believe is right, to be the person that you want to be, to live a life full of fun, excitement. It doesn't have to be that type of excitement. Just doing the dishes, mopping the floor, cleaning your room, feeling better about yourself already. Listen to the music that you want to listen to. Listen to that podcast. Listen to Stoic Tang. That's what life's about. That is what life's about. That's all I have today, guys. Stoic Tang, peace out.